My GF, 22F, breaks up with me, 23M, for showing up to the same bar as her.
So I'm 23M, in my first year of grad school, and my now ex, 22F, is a senior about to start medical school. We go to a big school in a small town. We had been dating for about 3.5 months. The biggest weekend of the year came up and I had to go out of town Saturday morning for a family event. A lot of her old friends came into town for the weekend and this would be my first chance to meet them. So that morning I told her that I would try to find a way to leave the family event early to try and come back to hang out with her and meet her friends. I also had family in town, so I was more leaning towards spending time with them, but I just wanted to be introduced to her friends. So that night comes and I text her that I'm on my way back and then that I'm an hour away. I get back in town and I receive the text, "I just want to hang out with my friends tonight. That's all I want to do." So I was like, WTF? And I just said okay. In response,
I pick up my relatives that were in town and we go out to the bar to meet up with some of my friends. We get a drink and sit at a table and I look up and I see my GF there standing with her friends. I was in an immediate state of frustration. I apparently wasn't allowed to go up to her and say anything of what she texted me earlier. So I just internally get upset and I just ignore that she's at the same bar as me. I'll reiterate that this is a small town and only about 56 bars to go to. So I talk to my friends and we agree that she shouldn't have acted that way. The next evening comes and I text her asking if I could go to her apartment to speak with her. I want her to justify why she acted that way.
Instead I get a text saying how weird/creepy it was that I showed up to the same bar, the bar I normally go to, and how I made a bad impression on her friends and that she doesn't think it's working out. So I explained to her that there was no way I could have known where she was, we didn't track each other, I don't need to know where she is at all times, but she says I should have known. So we break up. For whatever reason she didn't want to see me that night and I happened to be at the same bar as her. What did I do wrong in this situation? TLDR. My GF at the time breaks up with me. She said she didn't want to hang out with me, but we happened to end up seeing each other at the same bar that evening.
You didn't do anything wrong at all. Do you really want to be with someone that would treat you the way she has?
What you did wrong was dating a so-called adult with a childlike mentality. Bullet dodged.
She was out being in single mode.
Sounds like she was trying to cheat on you and you got in the way. Or at the very least, farming guys for drinks.
Either she was embarrassed for her friends to meet you or she had another guy she was chasing. You said she never had any relationships before you, but so what? As another commenter said, you dodged a bullet. Sounds like her friends didn't want to meet you and perhaps she wanted to see some guy. It seems very suspicious. Especially that she'd want to end things because of that. She had other reasons. That's just the one she gave to try to make you the bad guy instead of her for getting interested in some other guy. The only thing you did wrong was date her at all. She is a walking red flag. Location flag. Location flag. Location flag. You can't approach her when you accidentally end up at the same place. In a normal relationship, if you didn't go up to her, you would be wrong. Sounds like she wasn't feeling the relationship, and as soon as she got an excuse she deemed worthy enough, it was over. You mentioned she was never in a serious relationship. I'd contribute that to how she handled this situation. She probably should have broken up sooner.
Any guys in the friend group?
Maybe she was ashamed of you? Either way, you did nothing wrong. She just wasn't that into you. You'll be fine. Best of luck.
The next time you see her in a bar, introduce her to your date, as someone you used to know.
She was looking for an excuse to break up. You accidentally gave her one. Just let it end and move on. Don't make a big deal about it. It will piss her off more. My gut feeling is that she has considered breaking up earlier but didn't know how to tell you. So instead she pushed you away and acted like a jackass and then puts the blame on you when you did nothing wrong. I think the bar incident is only an excuse for her. Drop it and move on with your life. Take time to elevate yourself and get a better girlfriend. WTH, she is dodgy. You dodged a bullet there. You didn't do anything wrong at all. Nothing. She's petty and not worth the upset. However, she's allowed to hang with her friends without you. You're allowed to feel butthurt about it. I suspect she already wanted to break up with you and this happened to be a good excuse to do so. To be clear though, there's nothing wrong with her wanting to hang out with just her friends. I know you said you wanted to meet them, but you've only been together 3.5 months. To me, that's way too early to be offended that she's not prioritizing you meeting them. She was plotting on you, my man. Doesn't matter how many relationships she has had before you or not. If a woman is trying to be shady, it shows. This lady was trying to be shady. Consider yourself lucky and bullet dodged. She sounds like a weirdo. Personally, I think dodging a bullet is a good thing.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.